Afternoon, this is Nate Wright with Small Biz Triage. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about profiling the perfect client, the ideal customer. And oftentimes I ask this question because most small business owners don't really understand who their target is. They understand middle-aged women, metrosexual men, the elderly, male millennials. So anyway, sorry I got a little cough for the past couple of weeks. I blame my video guy, Mark. It's all his fault. Anyways, I like to blame all my problems on other people. So your target client, mistake number one that's made is people have a tendency of looking at demographic and not personality and habits. This is a game of specifics. What is the specific traits and habits and buying habits and day-to-day habits that this target has? So when you're looking at your target client, we actually start by looking at what ecosystem they belong to. So an ecosystem by definition is interdependent communities. See that? Interdependent. And other ecosystems sometimes overlap with certain communities. So let's use an example here. I would say, let's say you make mustard. You make like the best hot mustard in the universe. And you're trying to find your target client. The thing is there's a lot of people that like mustard, men, women, old, young, even certain kids like spicy mustard. I was one of those kids. So when you look at that, it's too broad. The demographic is too broad. So what we do is we look more about what communities they belong to. And in this case, I would say that someone that digs hot mustard digs the food that you use to dip hot mustard. You dip it in the hot mustard, or you use it in cooking. So you look at that and you say, okay, the community of people that are into French fries might be totally into the mustard or into egg rolls. So we start doing is we start identifying these different communities of people that are super passionate about that. And we find out how they interconnect. And mapping this out, I know this looks kind of ugly and strange, but mapping it out is a very useful exercise for discovering where you could find these people. Now, the big objection that comes up when you go through this exercise is like, as you narrow it closer and closer and closer down to the perfect client, is that, well, that's too specific. There might only be 5 of those people in my entire city or in my entire state. Or there's not even one of those people in my community. That goes into confident exclusion. It's a term I learned from Derek Sivers, the guy behind CD Baby. And the basic premise behind it is by really tightening the focus of who that profile, what does that person look like? How do they behave? Where do they spend? What's their actual community? And how does it interrelate with the communities that you're already involved in? Is that by being confidently exclusive, by pushing away the generalities, the people that just want the cheap mustard, is that it welcomes the people that are fanatical about mustard even more. By confidently excluding, you actually attract more of your target client. Thank you.